Hello, and thanks for joining me again. In this video, we're going to make a bandsaw bird feeder out of a log that you can find in your own backyard. It's kind of like making a bandsaw box, but it's actually a little bit easier because you don't have to worry about a drawer being in it. I start out by cutting the ends off square with my miter saw, and now all we got to do is cut the ends of it off to get started. You just want to come in about 3/4 of an inch in, and it don't have to be perfect. Now what you want to do is take each end and match it back up and just mark it kind of like that in 2 places on each side. That'll just kind of help you line each end back up so that you don't have to guess at it so much. If things like that happen, don't even worry about it, because it's entirely natural for a tree to be missing some bark in places. Okay, now this piece of log that I have has a natural crack in it. We want to eliminate that. So what we want to do is just come in like a V, just so we have some room to start the blade in around here, because what we're going to do is cut that area out. You want to give it at least a 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, so that there's some meat there to keep it stable. Now when you're cutting this part, safety tip, I learned this almost the hard way. Pay attention to where the bottom of the log is compared to your throat plate, or a point on it. Yesterday I made one of these, and the bottom of the blade started coming through the bottom of the log, and my fingers were like right above it. And that was one of those instances where you think to yourself, I almost cut my fingers off right then. Now we have this all hollowed out. Obviously I didn't have quite the appropriate bandsaw blade for that, but it don't matter because the birds don't care. They're very docile creatures. All we're going to do now is match up each end. You want to use a outdoor waterproof glue such as this fine product, and clamp it together. When you clamp this, you want to try to match up any irregularities so that basically you don't want it to look like the ends have been cut off at a glance, at least. Obviously if someone looks close they're going to see it, but you don't want the eye to be drawn to that. While the glue's drying on that, I found a piece of 1/2 inch doweling and a couple of 1/4 inch pieces of doweling I'm going to make a perch with. I'm going to stain these pieces just so that they don't look funny, also to protect them a little bit. Is that laziness, or do people actually do that? Now that that glue is set up, you want to establish a balancing point on this so that that opening, you want this little ledge here to be kind of open so a bird can land on it, a smaller bird. So you want to just kind of hang it from your fingers and establish a line. And then I got these little eyelets. I'm just going to drill a little pilot hole and screw those in. Before you add the chain, I'm going to drill the 2 holes for the posts of the perch. And here you have it for about $2 worth of material, unless you have the stuff laying around to do it. You have a really cool bird feeder. It's a nice conversation piece, and I really hope to see it attract some critters into it. It'd be fun to actually build something that's useful to them. I'll put up some action shots of it later once I get it outside. If any of y'all decide to make one, by all means, share pictures with me, either below in the comments or on my Facebook page. That's Ness Customs Woodwork, and I'll be happy to share it. I'd like to see what y'all come up with. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.